welcome to What If Marina Got Sanitized. Hopefully y'all enjoy, and before we get started, make sure to thank the person that asked for this one. The name will be in the description. Without further ado, let's get right on into this. We start off with someone sitting over in an old abandoned skate park, sitting on top of, well, the topest part of the highest peak. And there, one of her lackeys comes right up. Ma'am, what is it? We have someone that wants to see you. Who is this person? From what I've gathered, she's a sanitized doctor. A sanitized octoling? Yes. She wants to talk to you. Well, what is she giving us in return? She said she would only discuss with you, ma'am. Very well, let her come. As she is let in and approaches her. Well, if it isn't the, Black Rose, also known as the Black Gem, the leader of the rogue elite octolings. So you know of me. Of course, your name has gotten a little bit up there lately. You and leading several octolings around causing trouble. Well, I'm pretty sure you didn't just come here just to discuss how I've been growing up in numbers and spreading the word of who I am. No. I'm here to hire you. As she's interested. Hire me for what? I would like you to capture Marina. As she glares, that traitoress of an octoling? Yes, her. Depends, when do you want her delivered? And what will we get in return? As she, pulls out a case she had. You can get all this. As she slides it, as she gestures to one of her men to go check it, as one of her men opens the case, it's full of, Splatoon coins, Splatoon money. Was that all? That, and I may have you do a few odd jobs, depending. How about this? You double this payment, and you got yourself a deal. After all, we'll get on the agent's bad side, and they're most likely gonna try something. I gotta have my crew ready, you know. Your crew? Yeah, it's pretty much everyone in this park. As she looks around, as several, elite sanitized octolings are there, numbering to probably around 10 to 20. After all, since, Octavia? No, that's not his name. Well, that old, leader of the octolings, whatever he is called now. I didn't really know his name, as I was more of a low-class grunt in his operations. We're trying to make a name for ourselves that doesn't involve him, you see. That's fair, I guess. But to capture her, and one more thing, make sure Marina is alive. Ah, so you want her in alive, right? Yes, as less damage as possible. She's going to get roughed up, you gotta realize that. I know, but I need her in the best condition, so if you could do the bare minimum. Very well. When do you want her delivered? As soon as possible, of course. Where do you want me to meet? I will send you the location. Very well. Oh, before I go, she sets down her number. This is how you can contact me. As she gestures to one of her, guards to go grab it. Alright. Well, I guess there's nothing else here for us to discuss, now is there? No, not really. But I do have one more thing. What is it? I will need you probably to be bodyguards for a later assignment. She just rolls her eyes. Listen, I'm not no bodyguard stuff. After all, we're here for big money, and you'd have to pay us triple of what this is. Unfortunately, your prices are a bit too high, but I have just enough to pay for the kidnapping of Marina. As she smirks, very well, Doctor. What's your name? Why, I am Ellen. That was my name when I was an Octoling. Yes. But usually the sanitized Octolings go by, what, numbers or something? I never knew what y'all went by. That is not really any of y'all's business. But I really should get going, after all. Things have been rough lately. With 𝚹𝚎 defeated and all that. And y'all's boss defeated twice by the agents. Oh, gotta feel bad. We don't work for him anymore. So, I suggest you leave now before he causes more. As Octolings start to get up and start making their way over to the center, to where they're at. Alright, I get where I'm not wanted. Remember, bring me Marina, and you get the rest of the money. As she walks away. So, boss, will we be taking on this assignment? She throws a hard bargain. After all, we're kind of low on money. So I guess we have no other choice. Well, not many. I'm going to need 3 of you at most. The rest of you stay here. Wouldn't it be more effective for all of us to go? And alert the agents? Not a chance. We don't want them to detect that we're on the move. After all, they know of our little, well, group, but don't know how many that we have. And I'd like to keep it that way for the meantime. Get a van ready. We go after her. Soon as possible. And also have someone keep tabs on her. Ma'am. I've sent 2 Octolings to keep an eye on her. Good. Has anyone else reported in? Well, we did have a few Octolings come back from a recent fight with the agents. Those agents. How many casualties, how many losses? We didn't really lose anyone, but we had several injured. Well, good, no losses on our end. Let's go just prepare. Grab the equipment we need for this mission. Aye, as they leave. As we go over to Pearl and Marina. So, Marina. Like, you know, like, how we just, like, took out those group of Octolings, like, earlier? You mean, those group of Octoling bandits we found? Yeah, those. What about them? They were such weaklings and all that. Like, I'd like to get into some more, like, big action, like with 𝚹𝚎. Like, you have to admit, he's kind of like a big guy. He was strong, and we barely won against him. Hey, but it was an exciting fight, wasn't it? We also stopped the world from being sanitized, so that was a bonus. Yeah, you're right, but you have to realize, Pearl, we go on these missions all the time and do this show and all that for you know, the people and all that. Yeah, I know, Marina. You don't have to be so, well, worrying all the time. Well, I'm just worried that they may come back for revenge. After all, we did learn they were from a bigger group of Octolings. Yeah, so what? We just roughed them up a little bit, and they attacked us. So they got what they deserved. That was true. We also should contact Pearl and... No, why'd I mention you? Maybe because we live together? Yeah, probably. But what I meant was Marie and Callie. We really should get in contact with them. We haven't talked to them in a while. For all we know, something big is going to happen. As Pearl sighs, I guess you're right. Well, we're running low on supplies. I'm gonna go out. You need anything? You know what? Bring me some chips and restock on the drinks if you will. Sure. The usual? Yeah, the usual type of drinks. Well, enjoy while doing like a song or something without me. I'm gonna go out and grab some stuff from the shop. As she walks out, as we go to, well, Marie walking down a sidewalk, as she's just stopped by the store. Alright, as she looks at a list of supplies, as she walks in, as we see someone following her, as it's the leader of the Octoling bandits that were mentioned. Well, looks like you're here. As she calls using a communicator. Are y'all in position? Yes, ma'am. We have one in the truck and 3 ready to hop out to grab her. Good. I have the tranquilizer ready. And when I say, pop out, grab her. Yes, ma'am. As... well, she comes out with the drinks and all that, as... well... Black Rose just walks out from her hiding spot and walks up. Well, hello, you must be Marina. From that, what, radio show or radio broadcast? With all the songs? Oh, it's nice to meet a fan. Yeah, she's hiding the tranquilizer gun behind her back. Like, I was just wondering if I could get your autograph. As she brings up with a note. Never let your guard down. As Marina sees this, then tries to, well, turn, but then she got tranquilized. As a car of elite Octoling show up. As she tries to get away, as she's moving dizzily. No, you're not going anywhere. The first place you're going to is to, well, the contact. Ellen, was that her name? As one of the Octolings that got out of the van nods. Well, don't just stand there. Grab her. As she's trying to make a run for it while she's been tranquilized. As then she falls over due to the effects of the tranquilizer. As 2 Octolings grab her. As, I'm just gonna say, Black Rose walks up to her. You really should have waited and, well, not come out tonight. Because this just brought us the perfect opportunity to kidnap you. Now, if you excuse me, put her in the van. As she loses consciousness and blacks out. As we go to Pearl, who's trying to call Marina, because it's been quite a bit. Come on, Marina, pick up. As she gets a bit worried and is walking around the room. Come on, Marina. Pick up, you usually always answer the call. As she gets a bit worried. As she's pacing back and forth. As she decides to call Marie. As she dials in the number. And calls. Hello? Marie? Yeah? Oh, Pearl, it's you. What do you need? Marina has not picked up the phone. Is she possibly with you? No, I haven't seen Marina in a while. Well, she went out and she has not come back yet. Really? Have you tried calling her? Yes. She's not responded at all. So I was hoping that y'all might know where she is. No, I can't help you. But we'll definitely have to meet and discuss this. I also need to discuss with you about those bandit octolings. Hey, we ran into some of them. Wasn't that the group y'all told us about a while back? Yeah, the rogue octolings that target their traitor kind for some reason. I don't know what they do, but they just target their traitor kind and do some other stuff. I don't know what. Hopefully, they didn't get Marina. Well, we're just gonna have to discuss this. Meet me. You know where to meet me, right? The usual spot. Of course. Talk to you then. As we go to, well, an alleyway with Black Rose and the doctor. You have her? Maybe. As, well, part 1 comes to an end. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe for more.